She goes to the store and buys these magic beans. She plants them in the ground. Think, you know what? Something awesome's going to grow out of this beanstalk. And he plants them, and guess what happens? Nothing happened. They didn't grow, they didn't do nothing. Because the person who sold him the magic beans ripped him off. You know what that means? They lied to him. They weren't really magic beans. They were just plain old beans. So, because he didn't have any money and no crops for dinner that night, you know what poor old Jack had for dinner? He had to take some leaves. And he crunched them all up. And he ate those. That was his dinner. That's all he had.
Ew.
And you know what he had to drink?
What?
Well, he didn't have a nice bottle of water. He couldn't go buy soda from the store. So he just went and he got some water from a puddle in his backyard. You know mud puddles? That's what he had. He went and got water out of the mud puddle and drank it. You know how mud puddle water is all nasty and icky looking? That's what he drank. He drank it. I mean, there was even something crawling around inside the bottle. But he drank it anyway. So he decides, one day, finally he's upset, because this lady at the store, she said, these are magic beans. She lied to him. She's not a very nice lady, right? So he decides, I'm going to go to the store and I'm going to make this right. I'm going to get my magic beans. So he goes there and this lady, turns out this lady's a witch. I mean, she's got the big pointy hat, the long ugly green face. I mean, think of the most ugly person you've ever seen. That's what she looked like. She's like, you know what, Jack? I did steal from you. I cheated you. But I'll tell you what. This is what I'm going to do. Pick me versus 3 of your best friends. And we're going to have a race. And whatever team wins gets the magic beans. Okay? So the big day comes. And Jack, he finds his friend. One friend, his name's friend Ronnie. Right? And Ronnie, he's a really, really fast runner. I mean, you know how fast Lightning McQueen is from Cars? Faster than that. That's how fast this guy runs. Right? His second friend, his name is Shorty. And Shorty, he's really good with a rifle. I mean, he can shoot anything. Right? And Shorty, he's just kind of there to hang out and watch his back. I can't remember the third guy's name now. Huh? Anyway, the third guy's name was Benny. And Benny, he was kind of, I'm sure that scares that kid in your class. He's kind of just, not real smart. Kind of dumb. A kid like that. Just not really smart. Well, that's Benny, right? Well, the day comes and Jack and his 3 friends, Ronnie, Shorty, and Benny, they decide, we're gonna help you win this race. Well, before the race starts, the witch, she comes to Benny. Remember, Benny's not really smart. He's kind of dumb. And she says, you know what, Benny? I really want to see you guys win. So here's a little piece of candy. It's going to make you guys do better. I want you to take it. So he takes it. You know what happened? He fell asleep. Time for the big race came, and Benny fell asleep. And you know what's worse than that? Benny took the candy and gave it to Ronnie, the fast runner. And he took it too. And he passed out and he fell asleep. So the fast runner guy, he couldn't even help out in the race, right? Because he's unconscious. He's asleep. And then there's the next. But see, Shorty and Jack, they were smart. They're like, we're not gonna get tricked again. We're not gonna eat this candy. There's something strange going on here. So they didn't eat it. And by this point, Jack, he's had enough of this witch. She's lied to him. She said, these are magic beans. And then she sold him the wrong beans. And now she's poisoned his friends and made them fall asleep for the time for the big race. I mean, she's cheating. But anyway, the race starts. And it turns out the witch was hiding a broom up her sleeve. Because witches fly on brooms. So she wasn't even running at all. She was flying on a broom. And Ronnie, he was passed out, so he couldn't run and try and keep up with her. And Benny, well, he's just Benny. He's dumb. He's unconscious. So Jack's trying to run. He's trying to catch up with it, and he just can't do it. He just can't. He's just not fast enough. So you know what happened?
What?
His friend Shorty thinks, you know what? I'm going to get my rifle. I'm going to get my gun. He gets his gun out. And he props it up on a rock. And he sees the witch flying from this way. You know, and so he just waits patiently. He's got the gun pointed. And as the witch gets closer, he pulls the trigger. And you know what happened? Shot her right in the face. The back of her head like blew off completely. And her hat was gone. And she fell off her broom. And they all fell to the ground. And she was dead. So Jack won the race. And he got the magic beans. The end.
That's terrible.
No, it's not.
You liked it. Is that a good story?
No.
No.
Yeah.
1 out of 2 is not bad. What was the story about, Rylan?
No.
What, Rylan?
You got me up there.